This is the tragic chronicle of Joshua Barrington, a normal office worker in Wisconsin.
Every day he made his 9-to-5 commute, just like any other ordinary Wisconsin resident. He was an honest, hard-working citizen, but Joshua had a problem. He had suffered from severe insomnia ever since he was 9 years old. When he was young, he frequently slept with his nightlight, the only thing that could soothe him to sleep. But as a teenager, Joshua's nightlight was repossessed by the government. A long-term relationship just wouldn't work.
On average, Joshua functioned on just 8 hours of sleep today, a whopping 16 hours less than the recommended daily minimum. And soon, he would start sleeping even less.
Sleep is one of the most important human activities. Doctors have long contemplated the consequences of long-term sleep deprivation, with few cases to provide substantial evidence. Joshua's situation answers only a few questions, and it brings up even more.
One of the only other recorded cases similar to Joshua's was in 1963. A man named Robert Sprout went 3 weeks with only 1 hour of sleep a day. He too suffered the consequences of his lack of sleep.
On one fateful Wednesday morning, Joshua would be promoted to senior manager of vice direction of the President's Romantic Affairs and Tender Account Department of Economic Policy. This job came with higher pay, prestige, and longer hours. No longer was Joshua working from 9 to 5. He was now working from 1 a.m. to 11:30 p.m. at night.
I would come home tired, exhausted, and tired. But by the time I got home, 45 minutes from work, it was already time to drive back to work.
Joshua commented.
I'm proud of what I do, but I haven't slept in weeks.
As the months went by, Joshua began to notice his body changing. Just 3 years after getting the promotion, he had grown 1 inch taller. 2 days later, he had noticed that he shot up 1.5 feet. By the end of the week, Joshua was just over 10 feet tall.
His problems, however, were only just beginning. By the time he reached 11 feet, he had also seemingly gained 400 pounds.
I could hardly walk. Soon, I was 20 feet tall and 15 feet wide. I couldn't get out of my apartment.
Things only went downhill from there. Joshua's inability to leave the house left him without his job. Both his dad and his girlfriend broke up with him. Without any money, Joshua knew that he would soon be evicted.
With the last of his funds, Joshua called in a team of medical experts. After hours of intense study, the doctors deemed that nothing could be done about Joshua's condition.
We hadn't ever seen anything like it.
The experts reported.
What we did conclude was that Joshua is bigger than the average person. We're not quite sure what this means, but it's probably nothing huge.
After a year had passed, Joshua had surpassed both the size and weight of an average adult blue whale. The owner of the apartment Joshua lived in reported that the building eventually collapsed in upon itself. Nevertheless, Joshua survived.
I began roaming the streets, cold, alone, and empty. I knew that things would never be the same for me. But when I saw an old woman attempting to steal a purse from 2 nasty-looking thugs, I just couldn't let that slide.
As the woman begged for mercy in a manner that was both menacing and aggressive, Joshua jumped into action, quickly landing on the old lady and stopping her in her tracks. he returned the slightly squashed purse to its rightful owners, now a hero.
Ever since then, Joshua has named himself Giant Josh and is taken to the streets as a crime-fighting superhero, a truly heartwarming ending to a tragic tale.
Do I miss my old life? Couldn't deny it if I tried, but I'm happy here helping people.
Joshua stated when asked about how he felt about the new changes to his lifestyle.
Unfortunately, Joshua's sleeping habits have not improved. He is growing bigger every day, and experts are concerned that his sleep deprivation may eventually lead him to turn into a black hole. His current whereabouts are unknown, though it is rumored that he is being contained in suspended animation in a massive vat of cream cheese until a team of scientists can find a solution. This has been Sir Smart, bidding you a smart day.